Now that we're applying dye to your project, go ahead and put on your gloves and your mask. It's not great to breathe dye powder or soda ash into your lungs. The first color I will be using is Dharma's Cayman Isle Green, and I'm sprinkling it lightly, but as evenly as I can make it, over the project. This is a relatively small project. It weighs about 100 grams or 3.5 ounces. So if your project weighs more, add more dye. If it's a small kids project, add less. Make sure and change your spoons in between dye colors if you don't want to contaminate your dye powder. And I like to leave about an inch space in between colors so that they have room to flow before they blend. But it's also a nice effect to overlap the colors. You certainly don't need to leave that space. The next color I will be using is Dharma's Grecian Sea, which is a bright true blue. And as you can see, I'm leaving it about an inch or 2.5 centimeters down. And when you get to the tape, you're probably going to have to move it to apply the dye. So just carefully peel it loose, hold on to the barrier so the ice doesn't fly everywhere, and go ahead and apply your dye underneath, and then after that, you'll put it right back on. The next color I will be using is Dharma's Eggplant. So again, I'm going to switch to a different spoon and start about 1 inch or 2.5 centimeters lower. I often like to do my gradients with light colors starting at the top and then dark colors. If you do dark colors first, they often will flow down and overwhelm the light colors, which if that's what you want, you certainly can do, but I prefer to have the light colors show up more. You can also get around this by doing much more light color than the dark color. If you do just a thin strip, then, a thin strip of the dark color, then the light colors have more of a chance to shine. Next, we're going to go ahead and apply the soda ash, and you want to be really generous with this because we didn't pre-soak any of our pieces in soda ash. All the soda ash, which is the dye fixative that will be applied during the dyeing process, is going to be going on right now. So for this shirt, I used about 3 or 4 spoonfuls of soda ash. If you have soda crystals instead of the powdered soda ash, you will need to apply about twice as much. It's not quite as strong as the soda ash is. It's really crucial to apply soda ash to all of your projects, otherwise the dye will just wash right out at the end. The soda ash is the thing that forms the chemical bond between the dye and your fabric. And now that you have applied dye and soda ash, it's time to move your project somewhere where it can sit for 24 to 48 hours.